Welcome to our channel, English Impression. Today's topic is something truly powerful for changing your life. This is a space where we support your growth, help you improve yourself, and guide you through learning English step by step. But what does that actually mean? It means that when you set bold goals, dream beyond your limits, and believe in your abilities, you can achieve incredible things. You're not stuck where you are. You have the power to grow, to evolve, and to create a better future for yourself, no matter your current situation. In this video, I'll explain why having a big vision matters, what often holds people back from dreaming bigger, and how you can shift your mindset to start thinking on a larger scale. I'll also show you how this way of thinking can make a real difference in how you learn English and move closer to your life goals. So stay with me until the very end, because one small idea from this video might completely shift your perspective. You're not here by chance. You're here because you're ready for more in life, and recognizing that is the first major step forward. Importance: thinking big. Thinking big means giving yourself permission to imagine a life beyond where you are right now. It's about looking at your current situation and asking yourself, what greater possibilities exist for me? Many people stay within their comfort zone, living with limited expectations based only on what they've already experienced or what feels familiar. They hold themselves back by thinking, I could never do that, or that's not meant for someone like me. But thinking big is something else entirely. It's about envisioning a brighter, larger future and trusting that, step by step, you can move toward it. It doesn't mean ignoring reality or chasing impossible dreams. Instead, it's about expanding your perspective, welcoming new goals, and noticing opportunities you may have overlooked before. Let's explore some real-life stories that show what's possible when you choose to think big. Think about Elon Musk. He was not born rich, and English was not even his first language, but he believed in big ideas, like creating electric cars, building rockets, and one day going to Mars. Many people laughed at him, but he kept going. Why? Because he thought big. Or take Oprah Winfrey. She grew up in poverty and faced many challenges in her early life, but she didn't let that stop her. She believed she could achieve something great. And today, she's one of the most successful and inspiring people in the world. These people didn't start out with everything, but they had a big vision. They believed in more. You don't have to be famous to think big. Example: a young student from a small town wanted to speak English fluently and travel the world. At first, people told her it was impossible. Her family didn't have much money, and there were no good English teachers nearby. But she started learning online, practicing every day, and never gave up. Today, she teaches English to others and works in an international company. How did that happen? She thought big, even when her situation was small. When you think big, you start to see more possibilities. You begin to take action, make better choices, and move toward a better future. You stop being afraid of failure and start believing in your power to change. Big thinking doesn't mean doing everything at once. Big thinking doesn't mean you have to do everything at once. It just means you open your mind and stop saying I can't. Instead, you ask, how can I? And when you do that, your life starts to grow. Set up block mindset. Now that we know why thinking big matters, let's talk about something that quietly holds many people back from ever doing it. And that's the mental barriers we all carry within us. It's easy to tell someone, just think bigger, but when they try, fear and self-doubt often creep in. These negative thoughts can make you feel stuck or small. even when deep down you truly want something greater. One of the most common mental blocks is the belief that you're not good enough. You might catch yourself thinking things like, "I'm not smart enough," "My English isn't strong," or "People like me don't get those chances." These thoughts act like invisible barriers in your mind. They stop you from taking that first step. But here's the truth. Those thoughts aren't reality. They're just beliefs. And the good news? Beliefs can be changed. Failure is a natural part of success. Another common block is the fear of failure. Many people are so afraid of making mistakes that they don't even start. They worry, "What if I try and fail?" Or "What if people laugh at me?" This fear can be very powerful, especially if you've failed in the past or if you care too much about what others will say. But failure is a normal part of success. Every successful person has failed, sometimes many times, before reaching their goal. Failure doesn't mean you're not good enough. It means you're learning, growing, and getting stronger. If you avoid trying just because you're afraid to fail, you're also avoiding the chance to succeed. Fear of judgment. Another major mental barrier is the fear of being judged. This fear shows up when we focus too much on how others might see us. Maybe you want to speak English in front of others, but you're scared someone will mock your mistakes. Or perhaps you have a dream or a new idea, but you're worried your friends or family won't approve. This kind of fear often stops people from living authentically. But here's something to keep in mind. People will always have their opinions. You can't control what they think, but you can choose to follow your own direction. The reality is, most people are too caught up in their own lives to pay much attention to yours. And the ones who truly care about you will support you no matter what. You can change your barrier. All of these barriers, self-doubt, fear of failure, fear of judgment, are very common. You're not alone if you feel these things. Many of us feel this way at some point in life, and that's okay. What matters is that you don't let these feelings control your future. You can start to change them. You can replace the thought, "I'm not good enough," with "I'm learning and growing every day." You can change, "What if I fail?" into, "What if I succeed?" This small shift in thinking can create big changes in your life. It's not always easy, but it is always possible. You have the power to change your thoughts. And when you do that, you change your life. Remember, mindset blocks are not permanent. They are just habits of thinking, and you can break them. You are capable of more than you know. And when you start to believe that, everything around you begins to change. Start thinking big step by step. So now you might be thinking, "Okay, I understand why thinking big is important, but how do I actually do it?" That's a great question. And the good news is, you can start right now, step by step. Thinking big doesn't mean changing your whole life overnight. It means starting small, but with a bigger vision in your heart. Let's look at some simple and powerful steps that can help you begin your journey. Dream beyond your current situation. Maybe right now your life feels small or limited. Maybe you don't have many resources or you're facing problems. That's okay. Thinking big doesn't mean ignoring your reality. It means believing that your future can be better than your present. Close your eyes for a moment and ask yourself, what kind of life do I truly want? Don't worry if it feels impossible at first. Just allow yourself to imagine it. That dream, even if it's far away, can guide your steps and give you the energy to move forward. Set goals that scare and excite you. Many people set small goals because they're afraid of failing. But when your goal is too small, you don't feel excited. And without excitement, it's hard to stay motivated. So choose goals that make you feel both a little afraid and a little excited at the same time. For example, maybe you want to speak English fluently, start your own business, or study in another country. Those are big goals, and that's good. Big goals help you grow. Be around those who encourage progress, positivity, and personal development. The people you spend time with have a bigger impact on your mindset than you might realize. If you're constantly surrounded by those who complain, give up easily, or say your goals are unrealistic, you may start to adopt those same beliefs. On the other hand, being around individuals who support you, motivate you, and are working toward their own dreams can boost your confidence and keep you inspired. If you don't have access to those kinds of people right now, that's perfectly okay. You can still find encouragement through books, YouTube channels, podcasts, or online groups. Make a conscious choice to feed your mind with voices that uplift and empower you, not ones that hold you back. Every day, learn something. Especially focus on things that help your future. This can include learning English, building a new skill, or feeding your mind with positive ideas. Big thinkers are always learning. They don't wait for someone to push them. They take responsibility for their growth. So ask yourself, what can I learn today that will help me tomorrow? Even 15 minutes of learning a day can make a big difference over time. Learning builds confidence, and confidence helps you think bigger. Focus your success. This means using your imagination to see yourself achieving your goal. It's like watching a movie in your mind where you are the main character, and you are winning. For example, if your goal is to speak English fluently, imagine yourself having a smooth conversation with a native speaker. Picture yourself smiling, feeling confident, and speaking clearly. If you want to travel or study abroad, imagine yourself on that plane or walking across a new campus. When you do this often, your brain starts to believe that it's possible. And when you believe it's possible, you take more action to make it real. Dreaming bigger, setting exciting goals, choosing the right people, learning daily, and focusing on success are simple but very powerful. You don't need to do everything perfectly. Just start with one step today. When you train your mind to think bigger, you change how you see yourself, and that changes how you live. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start now with what you have, and you'll be surprised how far you can go. Think big in English learning. Many learners make one big mistake. They only focus on passing tests, finishing grammar books, or learning just enough to get by. But what if you aimed higher? What if your goal was not just to pass an exam, but to speak English so well that you could travel, study abroad, make international friends, or even build a global career? That's what thinking big in English learning means. It means not limiting yourself to small results. It means dreaming of real fluency, the kind that gives you confidence, power, and freedom. Example: there was once a young woman from a small village who didn't know any English. She used to believe someone like me could never learn a language like that. But she began learning slowly, one step at a time. She watched English videos, practiced repeating phrases, spoke to herself in English, and didn't give up, even when it felt difficult. Little by little, her English skills improved. She began helping others online and eventually earned an opportunity to study abroad. Today, she works for a global company and travels around the world. Her success wasn't due to luck. It happened because she dared to think big and took consistent action. She didn't stop at just learning. She believed English could transform her future, and it truly did. Don't say, "I just want to understand a little." Say, "I want to speak fluently. I want to express myself clearly. I want to connect with the world." It's a skill that can open doors to your biggest dreams. Maybe you dream of giving a speech, starting a YouTube channel, applying for scholarships, or building your own business. English can help you do all of that. So don't aim small, aim high. Your journey may be slow at first, but if you keep dreaming big, working daily, and believing in yourself, your English will take you further than you can imagine. Achieving big takes small steps daily. Now let's talk about something very important: how to actually achieve big goals. Many people get excited when they hear big ideas or dream of big success. But later, they feel lost or discouraged because they don't know where to start. Or they try once and give up when they don't see fast results. But here's the truth: big success doesn't come from doing something huge all at once. It comes from doing small, smart actions every single day, even when it feels boring or slow. That's the secret. Small steps, done with love and consistency, create big change over time. Example: if you want to speak English fluently, you don't need to study for 10 hours a day. Instead, start with just 10 minutes of reading every morning. Read a short story, a news article, or a page from your favorite book. Then, each day, try to learn 5 new words, not just memorizing them, but using them in a sentence, writing them down, or repeating them out loud. Also, speak English with confidence, even if it's just to yourself. Stand in front of the mirror and practice introducing yourself. Record your voice. Talk about your day in English. These small things may feel simple, maybe even too simple, but they are powerful. When done daily, they build real fluency and confidence, consistency and patience. The most important thing here is consistency and patience. Some days you'll feel tired. Some days you won't see any progress. That's normal. But remember this: every great speaker, every successful person, every fluent English learner you see today, they also had slow days, hard days, and days where nothing seemed to work. But they kept going. They understood that success is like growing a tree. You water it a little each day, and at first nothing happens. But under the soil, the roots are growing strong. And one day when you least expect it, the first leaf appears, then the second, and then it starts to grow faster. Start small, stay consistent, and think big. So if you want to achieve big things in life or in your English journey, don't wait for the perfect moment or a big push. Just start small, but be consistent. Dream big, work daily, believe in yourself, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. A little progress. Each day adds up to big success. Be patient. Trust the process. Your efforts are not wasted. They are building your future step by step. Examples of thinking big and achieving big. The first story is about J.K. Rowling, the author of the famous Harry Potter series. Before she became one of the most successful authors in the world, Rowling faced rejection after rejection. She was a single mother living on welfare, struggling to make ends meet. She had no money, no support, and no guarantee that her books would ever be published. Yet, she dreamed big. She thought, what if I could create a world where magic exists and children everywhere could experience it? She took small steps every day, writing whenever she had the chance. Eventually, Harry Potter was published and became a global phenomenon. J.K. Rowling's story shows us that thinking big doesn't mean starting with big resources. It means having a big vision and believing in it enough to take consistent action, even when things look impossible. Another inspiring story is about Nick Vujicic, an Australian man born without arms and legs. Many people would have thought that his life would be filled with challenges beyond imagination. However, Nick didn't accept limitations. He refused to believe that his situation would define his future. Instead, he focused on what he could do, not what he couldn't. He learned to live a life full of purpose and joy. Today, he is a world-renowned motivational speaker, inspiring millions across the globe. His message is simple. No matter where you start or what challenges you face, you can achieve amazing things if you think big, dream big, and take action. Nick's story teaches us that even the hardest situations can lead to greatness, if you change your mindset and refuse to let obstacles control your path. What can we learn from these two stories? 1. Thinking big is not just for the privileged. It's for anyone who dares to dream beyond their two circumstances. Your challenges do not define you. Your response to those challenges and the actions you take do. 3. Big success is built through small, daily actions. It doesn't happen by waiting for the perfect moment. Just like J.K. Rowling wrote one word at a time, and Nick Vujicic made one decision after another to live fully, you too can create your future step by step. Your thoughts shape your future. The way you think today will determine where you are tomorrow. If you keep thinking small, you'll only see small results. But if you begin to think bigger, if you start believing in your potential to achieve amazing things, that belief will start to transform your life. Don't let fear control your decisions. Don't let doubt hold you back from dreaming big.